Three, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready? It's going to be a long... Hey, empty. What's up?
First carry now for Jordan Howard. Only a couple for him there on the game's... First play, and it's second down.
Jermaine Carter on the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Wentz now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't. 82.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Switch.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It can be a very long night for the defense. Because
this is caught at the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chris Hogan, 56 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He goes 105 yards on the kick return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Gun.
Here's Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
20. Alert 3. 20. Check. Crunch. Set.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Lane fly 3. Check. Motion out of the backfield.
On 2nd and 9. Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Go. 6-6. Pull it high. Sunday.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Gun.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
54, right there. 54.
Newton on first down. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Sunday.
On second down now, it's Howard, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Tackle made right at midfield. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
After one, 17-7 is our score.
Panthers 17, Eagles 7.
Here we go. Come. Coming for the son.
From midfield, here's Wentz. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Eagles first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
36. Run. 46 down, man. 5-4. Hey, stand.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They went right back to him there, figuring one big play deserves another. You think maybe he called for it and said, hey, give me the ball again?
I think a lot of people operate under the whole idea of if they haven't stopped it, go until they do. You go right back at a guy because maybe his confidence might not be as high. In this case, he responded well.
Sunday. 59. Watch the screen. Man 5-7. Hey, Charlie.
59. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy?
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They can't hang with that.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
That's our ball, baby. That's our ball. Yeah.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mike 5-9.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away, Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
My spot 4, my spot 4, my spot 4.
Hey, empty, empty. This spot 7. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 5-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Again to Christian McCaffrey. He was brought down by Nigel Bradford. It's a gain of 4.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready? 180. Check back 54. Great.
Defense wins championships, baby. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check. Lucky. Check, ram.
Check it back, check.
Great 57. 2 jet. Spot 2. Let's spot 2. Here.
Let's go.
Throwing now is Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
He's crashing.
80 weapons.
To throw, it's Wentz. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here you go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Great 15, great 15. Coaching still.
2nd and 7 at the Panthers' 28-yard line.
Lefty. Where's 5-7?
Pick that.
74. Bravo. Slow.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
Go. 280.
54 Mike. Ready, set. Slam.
Two jet.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. All right.
22 jet bombers.
On 1st down, Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback. You got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
20.
Check three.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 36.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike 54.
From the gun, here's Newton. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
54.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton completes it to Samuel. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Back to throw, Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Gano for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Check. Hot. Jordy. Check. Wait,
To throw is Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Kill. Five.
Check. 59.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys are able to regain the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Newton to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Gun.
Now Newton. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. Being chased out left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
20. Look at him. What is it?
On first and 10, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go, D.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 20-yard line.
Go. 180.
Mike 54. Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Shoot.
Hey, kill him. Hey, Ford, don't kill him.
Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, Zoo.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
They go with Howard again.
I'm all over you.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. It's caught by Jackson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. In the wild card game last week, he had 4 catches, and now he has his 4th catch here. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 120.
54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Howard. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Again, it's Howard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, come on, flag. Watch the safety creep. Back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Howard. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch twits.
Sunday. 5-9. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, over here.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 8.
2nd and 10. Newton again. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On 3rd down, Newton. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check Mike 27. Not today, you won't. Not today.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. Now in desperation, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
60 Pittsburgh.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.